Hady Mawajdeh of Art&Seek, and I'm standing in front of a piece called Diffracted Symphony with the artist of the piece, Sebastien Leon. Sebastien, thank you so much for taking a moment to talk with me today.
Pleasure.
Will you tell us a little bit about the materials that are used to create this piece? I'm guessing steel, but I'm hearing so much more.
That's right. So I like working with tubes in general, whether it's in sculpture or in installations, furniture even sometimes. And this is a sculpture that's composed of 16 pipes of different diameters in steel, and they're all welded together. They're on a large metallic plate as well, a steel plate, and they are all wired with speakers.
In learning about this piece, I've heard that there might have been a whale that inspired some of the shape, the frame of the body that we're seeing there. Would you talk a little bit about what you were imagining or what the inspiration might have been?
I wanted to do a piece about the environment and the state of the earth in general. To me, all these pipes remind me of a rib cage of an animal, in particular a whale that's washed ashore. I chose the whale because it's the biggest mammal on the planet, so it's a representation of all fauna and flora around. I just thought it was a good example because it's very eye-catching. You know, when you see a whale washed ashore, you can't ignore it. It's just massive. The sculpture plays a Requiem by Verdi, originally recorded by the Symphony Orchestra, Dallas Symphony Orchestra. A Requiem being a funeral mass. There's several Requiems. The Mozart Requiem was maybe too famous or...
Yeah, a little well known.
Exactly. And the Verdi Requiem had some instrumentation which I liked, and I thought it had a beautiful rendition.
We mentioned the collaboration with the DSO and a Requiem that we're hearing back there, but I hear there were two other people who were a participant in the making of this piece. You had a composer, and then I'm unsure of what the other individual did. Would you kind of help us piece this all together?
So making a sound sculpture is sometimes complex. You have the fabrication, you have the engineering, sonic engineering of the piece, and then you have the composition and how the composition plays through the piece. So in this case, I worked with Stephen Dewey, who's a sound designer who composed the piece together with me, and with Jason Francisco Heath, who's an experiential composer, which means he's someone who thinks about how the sound is going to be experienced in the space.
There are going to be so many people who walk in and out and pass this piece, and they're going to put their ear to each tube, and they're going to really wonder what this is. Can you just tell me what you hope someone gets out of seeing this piece? Because these also may be people who aren't traditional symphony goers or even museum goers.
Well, even though the piece is originally a symphony, the way we have changed it is more towards contemporary music, the digital music even. I've been here for 2 days since the installation of the piece, and it's really interesting to see people walk around it, especially children who just like want to listen pipe by pipe, and their parents. And that's what, you know, that's what I want to have. You can't control the experience of the piece now. It's in the world, and it's for people to play with.
Well, I encourage you all to take a moment to walk to the NorthPark Center. I did it. It's the first thing I did was put my ear up to one of the tubes. So take a moment at least. You're going to be here shopping. You're going to go to a movie. You're going to eat at the food court. Take a moment to drop by, look at Sebastien Leon's work, hear the works of the Dallas Symphony Orchestra, and I encourage you to visit artandseek.org for more information about the entire Soluna Music and Arts Festival. Thank you so much.